Hi YouTube, I'm back and this time I'm actually going to be doing a makeup tutorial. I've noticed that prom's coming up through friends and also because a lot of the makeup gurus are doing prom looks recently, like Candy Johnson, to name one. So I'm going to kind of give you the look that I did when I went to prom 2 years ago, and it's kind of like a smoky eye but with a little bit of color. And first off, I always like to start doing my makeup with a fresh face. That's just me, especially for prom. You want to kind of make your skin really glow. So I just washed my face. I used the St. Ives, one of the apricot. I believe I use the apricot scrub. So that one's pretty good. I love it because they're all really gentle but still get the job done. So let's start. Okay, so first off, I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish foundation primer. Now this is a sample size, but you could always get the full size at Sephora. And I just like to kind of put it on with my fingers, and I kind of put it everywhere. This is perfect because it does have some SPF in it, so it protects your face from the sun, your skin, and also it can be substituted instead of putting on the actual sunblock, which I always put on before makeup so it doesn't look so greasy and heavy, and it looks light, and also it's good for pictures. So once you put that on, you kind of let that dry, and I put it on my eyes as well to prime them. And try not to make this video too long, by the way, just because I've been doing that for a while, and I apologize. Next, I'm going to start with the foundation, and this is Cargo F50, which is medium with olive undertones. Now, I would recommend using liquid, at least for the foundation for prom, just because it's kind of a better coverage than powder, in my opinion. But that's just me, and I actually kind of have my contacts on right now so I can show all this better. So I usually just put, sorry I didn't show you before, I usually just use my foundation brush and I put the makeup right on here. And you could also just put it directly on your face and then blend. And I just like to kind of smooth it down, and you kind of just put it make sure that it's going on everywhere. I put on my eyelids to prime them, even though I will put a primer on, just like the primer though. I always do that anyway, no matter what, even on my everyday makeup look. So there's your primer. Now I'm going to be using the Smashbox lip cheek palette that I bought from Sephora recently. And I finally found out, because I know the colors aren't on here. This pink one right here, it's in the blush set for Smashbox, it's a chiffon, and this bronzer one, it's the suntan one. It's the closest one that I could find. So I'm gonna use this is just a powder brush that I got with the set, and I usually like to blow it instead of tap it. I don't know, that's just me, to get the excess out. You just kind of start blending. I start from this kind of laugh line, which is kind of where the apples of your cheeks are. And you do the other side, and you kind of just go up to the temple, and sometimes you could even go like, kind of like the little curve. Some people call it a triangle, call it what you want. And sometimes what I also like to do, I know this is kind of cheesy, but I smile and kind of blend it up there, and put it down here, and I put some of the bronzer. And the bronzer I usually put in like a 3, or an E, whichever, backwards E on one cheek, forward E on the other, and I kind of just blend it in. Again, I blow the excess out and put that down the middle. So now we can kind of start on the fun part, which I love doing the eyes. So for the eyes, I am going to use another primer, and again, I have a sample size, but you can get the regular size at Sephora. And this is the Urban Decay eyeshadow potion. And this actually is, like I said in my Sephora haul video, I have pretty oily skin, so my eyeshadow and eyeliner always seem to crease. But this actually is the best thing and corrects that problem for me. It's the only thing that's actually worked for me, so you kind of smooth it out. And then I'm going to be using, for the Sephora collection, it's this white color, and this one is Aspen Summit, and it's really white, so it's going to kind of look, I'm going to use the eyeshadow brush, by the way, so there you go. And this is going to look really white, especially on someone like my skin tone, which is really olive. But once you see the eyeshadow color, the main one, it's going to look pretty, it's going to blend in pretty well, so it's not going to be a problem. I'm going to fix that. So you're going to kind of go everywhere, but especially the inside of your eye, and then the brow, because it's kind of basically your highlighted color. My pronunciation is way off today. So from there, we're kind of going to leave that in. And the next color I'm going to use is this red wine burgundy color. I know you can't really see it all that well. Let me zoom in at least a little bit. So, hold on, there you go. So, yeah, so this one, it's called Matte in number 7, again from the Sephora collection, but I believe they discontinued this. I actually ended up getting two of the same color because I liked it so much. My dress was actually just that color, so you're gonna kind of blend it in to the crease, and you're gonna kind of go like that, kind of. Let me actually zoom in this time. So there you go. Okay, so you're gonna go right here, and I know it's not the best picture quality, but bear with me. You're gonna kind of go into the crease. Now the other side, and you're really gonna kind of push it in a little so it stays as well. You're gonna kind of, when you go down here, I usually go a little farther than halfway, almost as if I was doing the whole lid, but then I go back up here. And then, I don't know how many people do this, but I do this. I also open my eyes once that's done, once it's kind of set in a little, to kind of define it more, and actually push it into the crease from here while my eyes open, so you really get the crease, because sometimes I can't figure out my crease. And you kind of go like that. And the other side. And see, it doesn't look so white anymore. Okay, so and then from there I'm going to be using the actual crease brush. But again, and this time you're really going to define it, so you're kind of going to blend up and kind of make these little circular motions, and you're going to, I'm going to get some more on my brush. You're going to kind of go like that. Kind of make a little V here on the side. Again under here. You're not always going to get it even on each eye because, well, your eyes are not exactly completely identical. And what I usually like to do is actually go like this, so any excess that got past the crease doesn't look kind of odd. And then the last thing I'm going to use, because it is kind of a smoky eye, I'm going to smudge it a little with the smudge brush. Kind of go again, and I know it looks like I'm doing the same thing over and over, but it really gives it that definition. You're going to kind of go a little on the lower lid. Okay, Now you're going to continue with your eyeliner, and I'm going to be using the Stiletto mascara from Maybelline because I kind of want to finish it up. So, and I really love it. So you're going to kind of make, and you're not going to go all the way because you want to keep it soft, but you're going to go at least where your lashes naturally end, and then you're going to go over it so it darkens in. Okay, and now we're going to do the other side. Okay. I'm not really going to want to do a cat eye on this, since it's that smoky effect, but kind of bring it out a little so it kind of makes your eyes look nice, I guess. I don't know, I like it like this. Okay. And like I said, you're not going to go all the way, you're just going to kind of go up to here. Okay? So, and the last thing is your mascara. I'm using the Volume Express Falsies mascara. And then we're just gonna, and I usually like to wiggle it a little so it opens up your eyelashes. I have mascara on already though, so it's not gonna go as well. And to finish off the actual complete look, let's put your mascara on. You're gonna use a nude or kind of just a gloss, a clear gloss. And let's see. And that's the look. I hope you like it. It's very simple to do, and I'm gonna do this because I don't like it to be too shiny. So there you go. Any comments, comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and I will be trying to do other prom looks if I can. Alright, well, bye, see ya.